Well, when you watched the film, was it about what you thought?
Yeah, I mean, there was lots of things, lots of corrections that we made, and hopefully we won't make those mistakes again. That's the advantage to being able to watch that film over and over again, just find out all the mistakes you made and correct them.
When you go back and look, I mean, do you think you did what you were supposed to do in the game, or is there anything that you need to do better?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's lots of I made mistakes in the game just like everybody else did.
As far as the 2-minute drill, you said you're very comfortable with that. What about everything else in the offense besides that 2-minute drill? Are you comfortable with everything else? I guess in terms of making checks up the line and stuff, and not just going up there and running plays and trying to get.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm very comfortable in everything, but at the same time, we just got to make sure that everybody is doing what they're supposed to on every play. That's the main thing. We'd have 10 guys doing the right thing and one guy not, and that mess up the play. So we just got to get everybody on the same page.
How much of a relief maybe was it to get that game out of the way in terms of you went in, you ran the offense, you more or less validated that you could run this team and win,
I mean, it was definitely a confidence booster for me being able to go in there and play, relatively well and come back at the end of the game. There were some real positives there, but at the same time, we got to play a lot better than that. So, as far as validation or anything, I don't think that's really the case. I think, it's just definitely a confidence booster though.
What did you see from Mississippi State?
I've watched some Mississippi State. I think they're going to be a lot better than Utah State. I know they're going to be a lot faster, a lot stronger, a lot bigger. So we got to really get more prepared this week.
Barrett, last week we talked to you. You said you were going to be a little nervous going into the game. Were you? And how long did it last if you were?
Yeah, I was nervous. It took me a while to go to bed, and then when I woke up, I was nervous. But once we got to Tiger Walk, and once I went through Tiger Walk and got on the field and in the locker room, it was just football from then on out. So it was fine. I really wasn't that nervous actually once I got the pads on.
Barrett, when people say, why didn't you, they see fans watch and see how easy you move the ball in a 2-minute drill at the end of the game, and they say, well, why didn't you do that the whole game? Obviously, there's a difference between, the end of the game and trying to do that. What would that difference be in this offense with Gus? Or why don't you just do that every time?
Well, I mean, we're definitely two-back offense. We're definitely going to try to run the ball more. And throughout the game, they gave us some different looks where we probably should have thrown a few more times, but they were crowded in the box, and we wanted to try to establish a run at first, and just didn't really get it going very good till a little later in the game. But I mean, it's just a whole different mindset. The 2-minute drill where you got to score, and you can be a little riskier with the ball, and because you have to be to win the game.
Man, talk about tempo is something you guys have talked about and Gus talks about. Because of how important is it to get off to a better start? I mean, you guys didn't get any first downs in the first half and couldn't get that going.
Yeah, the key for us is really first downs, and we didn't have very many at all in the first half. So, that's a big setback for us and something we're gonna have to work on. It's something Coach Malzahn pushes all the time is first downs and first downs. So, when we're not doing that, it's hard for us.
Do you expect to run more? I mean, more planned runs this week?
I have no idea yet. We'll see.
You feel comfortable with that, though? I know. I mean, you're not as. I mean, nobody's going to compare you to Cam as far as a runner, but you feel like you run well enough to be to be a part of the offense.
I think I can run the ball when I have to.
You've said before that you feel comfortable running, but you can't maybe do the power play every play like Cam does. Do you feel like that puts more pressure on the tailback run game, not having that guy that can just kind of get 7 yards like that every play?
No, I don't think it puts more pressure. I mean, that's their job. That's their part of the game that they bring to the table. So that's something they got to do no matter what.